Welcome to Research World. In this video, I will discuss commonly asked questions in research methodology chapter of dissertation. Research methodology is a way of explaining how a researcher intends to carry out their research. It's a logical, systematic plan to resolve a research problem. A methodology details a researcher's approach to the research to ensure reliable, valid results that address their aims and objectives. Method means the techniques or tools used for conducting research, irrespective of whether the research belongs to physical or social sciences or other disciplines. Research methodology is a system of methods used scientifically for solving the research problem, along with the logic, assumptions, justification, and rationale behind them. For example, you are using qualitative research design. Your rationale could be, one of the major drives in selecting qualitative approach for research is the versatility and reliability associated with the collection of data. Qualitative approach provides the researcher with multifarious options to gather his own data using different tools. Moreover, it is highly reliable because researcher can collect his own data and cross-check the validity of his data with co-researchers' data. Research design is a plan to answer your research question. It includes description of research approach, sampling size, sampling technique, tools, and methods of data collection. A general way for deciding whether to use qualitative or quantitative data is: use quantitative research if you want to confirm or test something, a theory or hypothesis. Use qualitative research if you want to understand something, concepts, thoughts, experiences. A mixed methods research design is most often used when there is an interest both in testing theories or integrating a specific theoretical perspective, while also exploring a better understanding of an experience or process, as it uses both quantitative, numeric, and qualitative, descriptive research elements. A research approach is the procedure selected by the researcher to collect, analyze, and interpret data. There are three approaches to research: quantitative, qualitative, mixed methods. Population: the whole group of people, items, or element of interest. Sample: a subset of the population that researchers select and include in their study. For an example of population versus sample, researchers might be studying U.S. college students. This population contains about 19 million students and is too large and geographically dispersed to study fully. However, researchers can draw a subset of a manageable size to learn about its characteristics. Suppose Company X, with 1,000 employees all across, wants to find out the workspace preferences of its employees to decide whether to continue calling them to the office or allow them work from home. The research team decides selecting 300 samples from the available number of employees. Based on their responses, the company can proceed with the form of working space they should allow their employees. I used simple random sampling because of equal chance to every employee, simplicity, and lack of bias. For statistically valid sample size, you need a sample size formula. For example, you have an infinite larger population. Cochrane's sample size formula is recommended, used to compute an ideal sample size for a desired level of precision. It is recommended to be used for studies with infinite populations. For example, if you are using already developed, adopted questionnaire by previous researchers, how would you justify using it? First, when the instrument is adopted, then the reliability and validity research studies that have been conducted on that instrument. can be applied to your study, so you are not required to test reliability and validity of questionnaire. For example, if you need information from a large group of people, then online surveys are often the best option because they're easy to create and distribute. However, in case of more in-depth answers or responses from respondents, then phone interviews may be better. Descriptive analytics, it provides insights into the past to answer what has happened. Predictive analytics understands the future to answer what could happen. Prescriptive analytics suggest various courses of action to answer what should you do. You need to answer how would you handle missing data. Listwise deletion. In the listwise deletion method, an entire record is excluded from analysis if any single value is missing. Average imputation, take the average value of the other participants' responses and fill in the missing value. Multiple imputations, it creates plausible values based on the correlations for the missing data, and then averages the simulated datasets by incorporating random errors in your predictions. Regression substitution, you can use multiple regression analyses to estimate a missing value. The univariate analysis involves the analysis of one variable. The bivariate analysis involves the analysis of two variables. The multivariate analysis involves the analysis of more than two variables. A type I error appears when the null hypothesis H0 of an experiment is true, but still, it is rejected. A type 2 error appears when the null hypothesis is false, but mistakenly fails to be refused. Outliers are data points that are far from other data points. In other words, they're unusual values in a dataset. For example, if you have these numbers in ascending order, 3, 6, 7, 10, and 50, you can see that 50 is a lot larger than the rest of the data points. Researchers would consider 50 an outlier. Time series data consist of observations of a single subject at multiple time intervals. For example, profit of an organization over a period of 5 years' time is an example for a time series data. Cross-sectional data consist of observations of many subjects at the same point in time. For example, maximum temperature of several cities on a single day is an example for a cross-sectional data. Name the tools used for analysis and presentation purposes. For example, SPSS, Stata, MS Excel, etc. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and press bell icon.